minimum of 25 shares. Are we beating your scoring yet? Always. Oh, okay. Richard's just told me that my lovely YouTubers didn't get to see everything. There was a technical issue. So a massive apology for that part. And also a hello to every YouTuber. I was saying hello to you, but it looked like there was a bit of a technical problem. So I hope now we all have a wonderful evening with both Facebook and YouTubers. So a massive apology and a hello to all the YouTubers. There we go. And Richard said, I'm not going to get to 230 odd. We are so going to have to show Richard we're wrong. We've got to get this live going. Oh, bless you, Deborah, you shared it 5 times. Girl, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You shared it 5 times. Oh, bless you. Hi, Pat from YouTube. Right, let's do some hellos. Are we on 25 minimum, Richard, now? Oh, we got to 72. We've still got a little way to get to his 230 odds, haven't we, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to beat that one day. That's my goal now. I'm putting the intention out there. Right, let's do some lovely hellos and let's get this energy going. Let's get some messages coming through from Spirit, because I've got a gentleman that's just walked in and he's telling me he's here for his daughter. So I know I want to come through. Right, okay. I want to talk about, who are you? Who are you? Where are we going? Donny Taylor. Stop. I'd like to come to Donny Taylor if that's so. Is that so, please? Right, Donny, I'd like to come to you if that's okay, because as I was connecting, I wanted this lovely gentleman, and he went, "That's her." So, Donny Taylor, I'd love to come and work with you. I do feel like I've got Dad in spirit as he's coming forward. I want to recognise this month would be important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. So March is important. Okay, he's just told me the 17th would be important. That would either be a birthday, party, or anniversary in or around the 17th, or the 17th as in somebody's age would be important with him. Thank you very much, sir. He's also telling me about why. Okay, let's do 2 things first. Right, Donny, I need to give you Robert as a name. I've got to give you Kermit the Frog. I've got to give you frogs. I have no idea why he's giving me frogs for you, Donny, but I want to talk about frogs. Apparently, he said to me, tell her about frogs because it'll make her laugh. So I've got to give you Kermit the Frog. Okay, Dad, brilliant. Thank you very much, Donny. I want to talk about frogs. I don't know where frogs make sense. I don't know why I've got Kermit the Frog. Okay, yes, and it was, okay, Mum and Dad's, and it was 69th wedding anniversary yesterday, so that was good. He done well remembering then, didn't he? Okay, I don't know where the frogs are for the moment, but I'm passing that over to you. Right. I want to give you a memory as well, Dolny, because he's given me, okay, there's 2 things. Right, I've got, what are you singing to me? I'm not trying to sing. I've got, yes, the Muppets. Yes, exactly. I was trying to figure out, Richard, whether it was Muppets or whether it was Fraggle Rock. But I want to give the Muppets. So it's Mr. Muppets. Okie dokie, Tony. So I've just got Kermit the Frog and then I've got the Muppets. Okay, mate, that's not a problem. You've got better dates than I have. But I know I want to recognise the Muppets and I've got Kermit the Frog. So I don't know if you can take them bits, if they would make sense as a memory with him, or somebody used to what you call somebody a Muppet. Don't worry about the frogs because I'm on Kermit the Frog. But I also want to use the name Jim, because I've learnt since being on STV, I can't talk today. I've learnt being on here with the lovely Richard, that sometimes it can mean other things. So I've got to give you the name James or Jim, and I've got to give you Kermit the Frog, the Muppets. This would be a memory is what is passing over here. Right, okay. I also want to recognise a dog in spirit, because he's just told me there's a dog in spirit as well, that he's got the dog, he's looking after the dog. So I've got to know there's a dog in spirit. Right, okay. Come through in here. He keeps giving me daffodils for you as well, Dolny. So I know yellow. We did watch the Muppets, okie dokie. You might find that it comes on TV the next couple of days and you can remember the Muppets. But he is also passing over yellow daffodils to me as well for you, and I know I want to give you the name. When I've been getting yellow daffodils, it also gives me David, so I know I've got Robert, James and David. So if these names would make sense, Muppets coming, okie dokie. Right, Okay. I also want to, you love daffodils, brilliant. Thank you very much. Okay, there is some. I haven't got my glasses. Oh, yes, I've got my glasses. I'm going to have to read it. They like to use the signs I've got in here, so I need to read my sign because he's talking to me about looking at the Alice in Wonderland pictures that I've got. He keeps using them at the moment, and he's talking to me about this one. People who don't think shouldn't talk. And what he's making me feel like is that there's somebody around you that's been a little bit thoughtless with what they're saying. Um, and I was struggling with my words as well. So there is a feeling about somebody else is just not thinking. Thank you very much, sir. He's just gone brain's not put into gear at the moment. And he's talking to, thank you very much. He's telling me that about for you not to get yourself too frustrated about this with this individual. At the moment, their brain's not in gear, apparently. Um, but somebody is being thoughtless, is what he's telling me. But okay, thank you very much. And there's three. I need to recognize three is important because he's telling me to look at the three cards. So three would be important. I know we had the month of March already, but this would either be that you're the pig in the middle between two individuals that are being a bit thoughtless, or whether there is three, as in there's three of you in the family. You have got a brother and sister, but he's talking to me about the three is important. Okay, thank you very much, sir. I also want to come to May's important because he's just told me May's an important month for you as well, Dolny. Right, okay. Right, he tells me about this, the individual that's not putting its brain into gear at the moment. It's a case of you just not allowing yourself to get drawn into the arguments, is what he's telling me. So he's asking you not to get yourself drawn in. So three sisters, okay, there's the three, thank you very much. He's talking to me about not getting drawn into it. They're just being a bit thoughtless at the moment. I'm the piggy in the middle, okay. He's talking about they're just being thoughtless. They're just not they're not thinking, basically. Two, okay, thank you very much. Because he says to me, the moment it feels like you're in a bit of a boxing ring. He says being they're two stuck in their corners at the moment. So I don't know whether this is to do with the fact of your sisters or whether there is other people around you. Because he says to me, at the moment, they're not going to see things as it is, purely because the fact is they're too stuck in their corners and they're only focused on what they want to see. Okay, thank you, sir. I want to give you the name Margaret as well, Dolny. He's given me Margaret. Okay, what else do you want to? And he's okay. Your dad uses I've noticed Spirit have been doing it a lot recently with me this past couple of weeks, but your dad's drawing me to colours. So your dad or either you like colour or like using colour to express how you feel. It may be in your clothing, but he is talking to me about the blue and he wants you to feel a little bit calmer at the moment. So there is, okay, thank you, sir. I want to go, okay. I want to go blue crystals for you. So I don't know if you like the colour blue. I know I've got pale blue on there, but he's talking to me about fluorite. So, okay, thank you. So it may well be that this is just a calming crystal for you. But he's talking to me about blue using colour, feeling calmer. He's making me feel calmer now as well. But I want to use fluorite. So I don't know if that's one of your favourite crystals or not, but I know I want to do this one. Thank you very much. And he says, keep practicing. Keep practicing your spooky side. He says me, keep practicing. Okay, yes, love colours. Okay, thank you, my lovely. He says me, just keep practicing. Yeah, he's take me back to the Muppets. He's take me back to the song again. So I would really hold that song and take it. That you may find it's on the next couple of days. I haven't got TV guide, so I don't know. But I know he sort of says, keep practicing, step back, don't get involved. They're being thoughtless at the moment. And fluorite would be important for you as a crystal. And with that, Dolny, I hope that will make sense to you. Thank you so much for feeding back to me. Okay, I need to give your name Brian as well. I've just been told to give you Brian before I walk away from the connection. So I shall say thank you. I hope that makes sense to you, Dolny, and I hope you have enjoyed your message. But keep practicing. And I'll just say thank you very much. Oh, you have been practicing. We'll keep practicing, apparently. And I shall say thank you so much, Dolny. Okay, Richard, if I could move on to the next person, please, that would be amazing. And if you would like to make a connection to your past loved ones, then by all means, you're welcome to put down who you would like to talk to. Because for me, I do believe that our connection to the spirit world is still there. Our past loved ones are still there. Okay, and Brian's my dad's best friend up there together. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. I do believe our connection to our past loved ones are still up in the spirit world. And let's be honest, if we all had a telephone to spirit world, we would ring up and speak to whoever we want to. So if you would like to make a connection to a particular person, you're welcome to put down the relationship, as in mum, dad, nan, granddad, or if you just want to put down who you'd like to speak to. Right. Oh, hang on. I need to go back by 2. All right, don't worry, I'll come back to this. I've got and again, go back one more, please, Richard. That's it. Dorinda. I'd like to come to Dorinda if that's okay. So I'd like to talk. I do hope I've said your name right. I always worry. I worry more about saying your name's wrong than I do about the spirit world. Right. Okay. So Dorinda, thank you. Yes, you'd love to speak to your lovely husband. As he was coming through, I do have a lady as well that's coming through with him. She's just kind of just giving him a bit of a boost in his energy, is what she's telling me. So he needs a boost. Now, I don't know whether that is at a moment, whether that means he was feeling quite down before he passed over, or whether he hasn't passed over for a very long time. Because I have got a lady and she said, I've come in to give him a boost. So I need to recognise about giving him a boost. We'll see where we go with this one. Okay, thank you. He talks to me about, he draws me to my tattoos, and he talks about your tattoos. So I don't know if you've recently had a tattoo or you've been thinking. Now, what I do see, and this may not be the tattoo, it may be just enough for me to see, is the one where you've got the infinity sign, but it's like you've got a feather and then you've got writing in there. Now, I'm not saying it is definitely an infinity sign, but I can see a feather and I can see writing. So, okay, thank you very much. Because he's just talking to me about getting a new one in memory of him. Okay, thank you very much. Right, okay, and I've got to give you butterflies. I'm still in the tattoo realm, so I don't know if it's a butterfly you've got, but he's talking to me about, he knows about the butterflies. I want to give the butterflies to you. So that's the first couple of things he's passed over to you. Right, okay. Okay, no problem. Right. Brilliant. Okay, so Doreen, I know you're saying yes, fabulous. If you can just say yes and let me know what the yes bit 2 is, that's fine. It just helps me know where I am on the yes and the no's, basically. So, yes, I have it on my back. Okay, I'm going with a butterfly tattoo is on your back. I'm going with that one. Thank you, sir. Your young man in spirit is laughing at me. Right, okay, thank you. He talks about how one of the children, he's laughing. He said because one of your lovely children with him is becoming a bit of a spitting image of him, or is spitting as in his characters, not spitting as in like spitting image, because he's laughing because he's like, hey, yes, to my butterfly tattoos. Thank you, Dorinda. I do appreciate it. But he's laughing because he's telling me about the fact that he's kind of like sorry. Because one of your lovely children is like is either imagery or in personality, because he's laughing at you. I need to give you the name Mark. So I know I want to pass over the name Mark to you. Names will either be people here. It's Bryson's his son. He's free. Okay, he is laughing and he is sorry. He's laughing. But I know I've got to give you the name Mark. That may well be a connection to him as a friend, or but I now want to give you Mark. Right, okay. I also want to give you the name Scott. So he's telling me about Scott. Okay. And I want to give you the name. There's a girl's name that starts with A. What is it? I don't want to say Alice. It's like an Adrienne. I can hear an A, a girl's name that starts with A, like Adrienne or Anna, but I'm going to pass that name over. I can hear that. I know I can hear a girl's name that starts with A, but it doesn't feel like a traditional name, shall we say, like an Anne or anything like that. Okay, thank you very much. January was important. He says January was important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. Okay, what other month do you want to give me? I always do things in three. No, Aubrey. Ah, thank you. Thank you very much. I know I could hear the A bit, but that makes sense. Thank you. I definitely wouldn't have got Aubrey. I know that one. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, you've done it twice. Oh, well, I'll tell her. I'll tell him. Your young man is like a bit pushy because he's throwing loads of things at me. And I'm like, right, can we just do a little bit of logic? So I know I've got to give you January would be important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. I want to go to August as well would be important. A birthday, party, and anniversary. And I want to go to November. Birthday, party, and anniversary. He is also talking to me about the moon. I keep seeing the moon. At the moment, we're on a half crescent moon. So, okay, thank you, sir. He talks to me about the fact that he sees the same moon that you see. I'm due with her. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you, my lovely. He keeps talking about the moon. So I don't know if you've got a moon tattoo or whether you've got or whether there is, bless you. He's not going anywhere, by the way. He went, tell her I'm not going anywhere. Okay, it's your birthday. Well, thank you. The moon, as he's coming through, I keep either seeing, either you do moon work, either you do, because I've got double meaning with the moon work, and I keep seeing the moon as a tattoo. But he's also telling me about seeing you, he still sees the same moon as you. Thank you. Because he's telling me my connection hasn't gone. I always ask about that moon, always. Oh, I'm so glad because it's a double meaning. There is a definitely double meaning. It keeps taking me to the eye. He's like, I see that moon. We see the moon. It's because my connection hasn't gone. We still see the same moon as each other. I thought, you're a young man's, he's a big softie to you, but not the biggest softie out to the rest of the world. But okay, thank you. He tells me sometimes he was a bit too sensitive, is what he's telling me, because he's saying to me, I was a big softie. I was a big softie with her, with my kids. He said, but to the rest of the world, there was a barrier. He put a barrier up because he's telling me I was a softie, but then he was a very sensitive gentleman, is what he's telling me. Okay, thank you, sir. He also wants to tell you it happened so quickly. Now, generally, when they pass, your lovely past loved ones don't tell me about how they pass because they're very much aware that they've got a short period of time. But he needs to tell you it went quick, 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 my lovely. Okay, thank you very much, sir. And things weren't how they seem. So I don't, okay. I'm not sure what he means by that. He says to me, it was quick, 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 and it wasn't how it seemed. So I don't know. Okay. Oh, bless you. He's lovely. Your lovely partner is so gentle. He's a really lovely person. But his passing was quick, and I need to tell you that. His passing was quick, and it was either not exactly what it seemed, or it wasn't. I want to be unexpected is what I want to say, but I feel like there was more going on than what was happening. So I don't know. He's not telling me how he passed, and a lot of the time it's because we're on a digital platform. So Spirit are very aware about the fact that we're all together in this. But he's just sort of saying it went quick and it wasn't exactly what was meant to happen. So I don't know what he means by that, but hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, thank you. Oh, right, okay. He's romantic because he's just gone to me. He hears Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So somebody has made a reference to him being Daddy's a star or Daddy's watching us over a star. But he uses Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star for me, for you. So I don't know if somebody loves Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or whether it's just a reference for star because he's telling me I'm watching her over and I am that star. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Dorinda, it's okay to take off a piece of jewellery. Major heart attack. Okay, thank you, my lovely. there would be more about that, is what he's talking. But you're allowed to take a piece of jewelry off, because he's laughing, because he's like, it needs right, okay, just a little bits to show you. He's laughing. Basically, it's like she can clean. You need to take a piece of jewelry off, but you're allowed to take it off, because it's like it's either gonna you need to clean underneath, is what he's saying. He's just being he's being really cheeky to me, really, about it. But he's like, it's okay to take the jewelry off, because somebody, either you or somebody else, is not. And he's like, you're gonna get dirt under there. But he's laughing. Okay, thank you very much. He still comes for the bubble baths. So he talks to me about the bubble baths are really important as well. So he's telling me about the bubble baths. I don't think he's making reference to the jewelry part, though he's laughing at me. He's talking about he still comes to the bubble baths. Okay, thank you. Okay, the neck. Oh my God, the necklace. I'm so glad. He's just laughing, but he said, I'm still coming for the bubble baths. Okay, thank you very much. His ring. Okay. What else do you want to talk to her about? He's just throwing those little things in for you. He says, oh, bless. He said he's still having the bubble baths. Oh, bless you. He's very much wanting to make you aware that he hasn't gone. He hasn't, he may well have, we always say they're in the other room. He's just in the other room, and he's trying to convey through me to you, he hasn't gone anywhere. He's still there. Okay. And you are so much stronger. Okay, I will tell her, you're so much, he's bossy as well, so much stronger than you realize. And you have the right support around you, and I'm around you, is what he's saying, because he wants to give you the reassurance that he hasn't left you. Okay, right. And he's talking to me about burnt pizza, because he's not going to miss that. So again, it may not necessarily be burnt pizza, but there would be a joke about somebody burning a meal, because he's like telling me, I'm not going to miss that. I'm up in there and I'm not missing that one. It's a burnt dinner, but it is done in a laugh and done in a joke. Okay, thank you. There is either a brother, your brother, or a brother-in-law, so his brother. He said, okay, thank you to me, because he said to me, him and his brother, and it may not be something for you to have a conversation with, but there is another male of your same generation as you. He talks to me like a brother. So it'd either be a best friend that he thought was like a brother, or a brother-in-law. He would say, bless him, so Doris is cooking. He's not worrying about that. They had a conversation about looking after you and the kids. Now, this may not be a verbal conversation, as in he's asked somebody to keep an eye on you, but there is a gentleman of a similar age around you who has promised him in spirit to look after you, because he said, we've had a conversation. Now, that can just be a spiritual one, as in somebody here has put it up to universe to say, I'm going to look after her. He said to me, you have got support, and there is a lovely young man that is going to help you and support you. Okay, thank you very much. He just wanted you to know that. So he's had a conversation. Like I said, it doesn't have to be face to face, it could be a spiritual one. Okay, thank you very much. I need to give you the name Denise, or Dennis, Denise. It just said to me Den. Okay. Or do you mean a different one? I know I will give you, I said I gave you the name Den or Denise, but it's Den. So I don't know whether in the home somebody made a den with him, because he's just saying to me about the den. And it did, when I said den, Dan, okay, thank you. There is a den as well. I'm not going to change away from den. I know I've got my Dan, so that would be tick, but there's somebody made a den. You know, sometimes you can make castles out of blankets, but I don't know whether there's a room that you would call the den as well. But thank you very much for Dan, because I could hear that bit, but I'm not coming away from the den, because I know I need that part. Okay. And yes, you have seen his the lights flicker off. And yes, that was him. He said to me, that was me. Okay. Anything else? Your lovely young man is very good at communicating. He's very good. He knows what he wants to say for you, Dorina. So I know he wants what he wants you to. He wants. And yes, just to let you know, the lights are flickering, my lovely. And I do hope that it's given you some comfort to know that he's around you and not left you, and that there is lots of people around you supporting with you. And I do hope that it's giving you some comfort, and I shall say thank you as I step away from his connection and say thank you to both of you. And shall say thank you very much for allowing me to connect with you. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, we still haven't caught Richard. Richard just told me 164 shares. We still need to beat Richard. I would so love to beat Richard. His one is 230 odd. I think it's a 235, but he's trying to get the extra 5. We're going 230 odd, but we're getting there. So we've got to beat him. Please, please let me beat Richard. And then I can smirk and go, nah, Nikki, nah, nah. After all them times when he takes the mickey out of me and my singing. Right, okay. Right, Richard, can we have some more names, please? Thank you. Hello, Peter. Right, where are we going? I've got a mother here that stepped in. And she's making me feel really dizzy. Like either she suffered with dizzy spells or she was unsteady. Okay, stay with Marilyn, if that's okay, please. Marilyn Hay Pentelyman. I hope I've said your name right. I'm sorry. Marilyn, I'd like to come and work with you. It's okay. I've got the lovely lady. She comes through as a mother figure. She's telling me that she was either unsteady on her feet or she suffered with dizzy spells, because I've got to recognise dizzy spells and being unsteady. If that's not her, it would be somebody else here that suffers with it. Okay, she tells me that April is important. It'd be a birthday, passing, or anniversary. Okay, May is important as well. Another birthday, passing, or anniversary if it's not a name. So I know I've got April and I've got May. Thank you very much. I need to give you the names. It sounds like a Sally, but a lady's name that starts with S. It sounds like a Sally rather than a Sarah. So your lovely mama, she comes through in a very, very calming energy. She comes through very relaxed, is what she's saying. She wants to come through and calm things down. So she's coming through here. Okay, I've also got to give you the name Elizabeth, but I want to use it as Betty. So I want to take Betty. So I will ask Marilyn if you can take a lovely mum in spirit with feeling lightheaded, dizzy, unsteadied on the feet, the month of April, the month of May. Okay, my birthday, we've got a tick on that one. Feeling very, very calm. I know I had the name that starts with S, a lady's name, and I know I had Elizabeth, but I wanted to call her Betty, or I heard Betty was more important. Also, she's talking to me about somebody liking a slow cooker or liking like casseroles, because she's talking to me about somebody liking casseroles. Do they make sense to you, my dear? I noticed you could take your birthday. Do the other bits make sense? Just so I know, because on a digital platform, it's a little bit harder to know exactly I'm on point. I know generally they tell me, but it's handy if I know what's coming backwards. Okay, what else do you want to give me? I want to give you brother's birthdays in May. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Thank you, Marilyn. We're on the road to nowhere. Right, we're not singing that song. Right, okay. And your name, she's talking to me about your name is not the surname because we don't cheat. Your name would be a family name. So I don't know if your middle name is a family name. Yes, me. Okay, thank you very much. Is either your name is somebody's first name in spirit, or you've got a middle name, because she's talking to me about how Marilyn is an important name in the family. Obviously, it's important because it's yours. Okay, thank you very much. And yes to that part. Right, what else? She comes through very, very calm. Right, okay. She also comes through because she says, I'm here, sweet pea. So when they give me things like sweet pea and darling, then I know that she would have used a terms of endearment for you. But she's coming through to give you some calming, and she's talking to me about wiping away the tears at the moment. So I don't know if it's you that's been upset recently, um, or whether you have been giving support to somebody else that's been feeling upset, because she's coming in with a massive big hug for you. I just want to wrap you up in cotton wool in a really soft knitted blanket, is what she's telling me. So I don't know who's got the knitted blanket, but I know I want to wrap you up in a really lovely warm knitted blanket, she said to me, and give you a big hug. Okay, thank you. She said to me, because Marilyn needs a hug at the moment. But that can mean if you're supporting somebody else, because she's telling me about needing, I think I have a, okay, thank you. She's talking to me about you needing a big hug. Okay, thank you very much. I need to give you the name Carol as well. So a name that starts with C, a lady's name, Carol. Okay, thank you. Right. So she talks to me about she talks to me about the fact that it's you that understands better than anybody else at the moment, Marilyn. Okay. And that you are doing the best you can at the moment. Okay. And you can only do, okay. Mum's good with advice, because she's saying to me, you can only do or respond with you're being told. So, okay, thank you so much. Because you've been trying to get information out or supporting somebody, and you're trying to get that information out to know how to help them. Because she says, you can only work with what you're being told. Okay. And she's made me curl up, and like I said, I work very natural in I just allow them to use my energy. But she's got me when both my best friend is a child. Okay, thank you. Because she's talking to me about I'm cuddling up my knees, and she says to me, tell her she's okay. Okay. I want to give you lavender as well. So when I get lavender, lavender can mean either you're not sleeping well, or lavender would be a fragrance that either you or mum or somebody in spirit loved, because she's talking to me about lavender. But I know I want to calm you. She keeps also giving me lots of rose quartz for you. Now, again, it may well mean that you have bought rose quartz. It's one of your favourites. And when I get rose quartz, that always means about self-care as well. Thank you. She also says that she liked the flowers that you got for Mother's Day, because she said to me, you still haven't forgotten about me in spirit. So either you done something specially for her on Mother's Day, or whether you bought a bunch of flowers. I tell her the flowers I see, I keep seeing pink carnations. So I don't know if that was her favourite flowers, but she keeps just placing pink carnations in front of me. Okay, what else, my lovely, do you want her to know? She has just come right through for you, Marilyn. She is I have lavender in the garden, okay. She is just coming through on such a calming vibe, a calming energy. I'm not saying that she would have been like that all the time. We know us mums, we're not. However, she's just said she needed mum. She's me. Okay, thank you. She heard you ask for mum to come. Now, not mum because you commented here. She says to me, I heard you ask for me. She said me, and I've come because she said, I need her to know that I don't go anywhere, and I still am wrapping you up in a big cuddle. And that's what she just wants to do. She keeps telling me, tell her that I want to cuddle her, tell her that I still cuddle her. I need to give you that comfort from her. And it is very much of a feeling. But she said to me, I come because she asked me to. Okay, thank you very much. And either you have got her perfume, or somebody has smelt her fragrance, because she says about the perfume, and she knows about the perfume, and somebody has smelt the fragrance of her perfume, is what she's saying. But Marilyn, she's just coming through tonight just to give you that massive hug from Spirit World, to let you know she heard you ask for her, and I didn't step away, and she just wants to come and give you that comfort. I always get, and she likes the flowers. She said, I like my flowers. And is there anything else? I've got to give you the name of Mary. I've got Mary going on as well. Mary's bopping around in here. And so she wants to pass over Mary as well. And I can hear a lady's name that starts with D. Now, it sounds like a Dorothy or a Doris. Proper old-fashioned names there. They feel more in the family. You smell it sometimes. It's her way of showing you she's around you. Okay, and I need to tell you about snowdrops. She loves spring flowers and snowdrops. So snowdrops would be important as well for you, Marilyn. But like I say, it is very much, she's come through. It is, I wish I could bottle this dead feeling and be able to pass it on to you. But please know that the feelings that you get when she's around you, it is real, and she is giving you them lovely cuddles and just giving you support at the moment. And with that, I'm going to close your connection and say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you and your lovely mum. And I hope that gives you some comfort. And I hope you take away the smile that she's been giving me all evening for you. And I shall say thank you very much. All right. Okay, we are just now going to move to adverts, so I shall see you very, very shortly.
Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting our annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives through spiritual acts of kindness. Candidates can register and put themselves forward to be acknowledged. Viewers can also nominate who they feel should be recognized for an achievement. Exclusively broadcasted live on SPTV, with 100% of the public votes being announced, on Saturday the 27th of May from 7:30 p.m. For more information, please visit awards.spiritualpsychicstv.online. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together. My Spiritual Designs, ethical creativity for spiritual people. myspiritualdesigns.com. A new service offering graphic and website designs, along with video animations for those who serve spirit in their own way. We can create promotional videos with voiceovers and music, and custom-made apps. There are no monthly or yearly fees. No off-the-shelf solutions, all personalized to match your own unique vision. Our website deals offer your very own online events, service booking system which accepts PayPal and Stripe payments, a contact form, gallery, and video player. Our website deals starts from as little as £150 up to only £210. For more details, please visit myspiritualdesigns.com. On Sunday afternoon from 4 p.m, join Polly, Jane, and Sarah for the Sunday Sofa, with live readings, advice, and gossip.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. So, right, we've got a few announcements. Right, this is where I've got to put my order in. If you are a VIP member, on the 7th of April is a new tarot course for you to learn how to use tarot. So remember, if you're VIP, you do have that opportunity to join the course. It is free because you are a VIP member, and that is the 7th of April. We also have a competition. If you drop a review down on the page, you are you have a chance to win a pack of tarot cards, and they're by a lady called Caroline Mitchell. and they are called the Dragon Path. I'm actually quite tempted to put a review in myself. Hey, so all you've got to do is go onto the page, put a review down, whether it's on SPTV, whether it is on one of the mediums, one of the shows you've enjoyed, just putting a shout out there on the reviews, and you will be entered into the free competition. And very lastly, the Sunday show that you will have just seen in the adverts, this is the last one on Sunday. So please tune in to say farewell and good luck to all the viewers. And that is, pardon, sorry. All right, Richard just said farewell to the presenters. That's true, not the viewers, not you, lovely lot. We want you to stay. We want you to get me to 230 odd shares, and then I can go naniki nana to Richard. Oh, Richard's now just going to check to see if you're right. You've all got to come on, we've got to get this conspiracy. We've got to beat Richard. It'd just be funny just to say we beat Richard. He's now checking. He's being busy in a way. No. Oh, come on. We've got 192 shares. We are only, I'm going to make 230. We are only about, what, 30, 40 odd views away. Come on, we've got to beat Richard. Come on, people. Let's beat Richard, and then we can all gloat and go, na, niki, na, na. Anyway, right, now that's me just teasing Richard. Let's go forward for doing some more mediumships. So if people can drop down their hellos, who they'd like to make a connection with, I will go forward with the next person. Richard is just throwing some names to me. Right, stay there, please. I'd like to come to Kelly, please. Kelly Weaver, I'd like to come and work with you if that's okay. Right, okay, so I said, right, who have I got? I know I had to come to because I've just got shouted at. Speak to Kelly. Right, Kelly, Kelly, I want to recognise a birthday that's just recently passed. Somebody's celebrating, they're giving me balloons and they're going, celebrate good times, come on. So I want to recognise a birthday. I don't know which person it is just yet as they're coming through, but I know I want to get a birthday. So that's the first thing I want to say. They want to say happy birthday to somebody because they've recently had a birthday. Okay, thank you very much. Right, okay. Weird one. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. I do feel like I've got your friend as she's coming. It does feel like a lovely lady coming through, but I know I've got your friend coming through because they're making us. Now, you've recently either asked for them to, oh, happy birthday, my lovely, ask them to make themselves known, or whether that's kind of tapping or knocking, because they said they have been making themselves known. Now, I'm going to give you this, and you can completely say, no, Claire, that makes no sense to me. That's fine, because all I keep seeing is a pendulum, a lovely crystal pendulum. So I don't know whether you work with a pendulum or whether you've been asking for your friend to come through. But first of all, yes, they've heard. Yes, they've been doing the taps and the knockings. So then weird sounds that you thought wasn't the house settling is them. But I've got to give you a pendulum. I keep seeing a pendulum, but I don't know whether that's because you've been trying to communicate via pendulums or whether this lovely person in spirit likes to deal with pendulums. Right, okay. You're giving me pendulum as well, aren't you? And I want to use this. Ask her to show herself. I feel her. Okie dokie. Thank you. She's making herself known. Okay. I also I'm sure that's a music pendulum. She's back. I do crystal readings and carvings. Okay. Thank you. I keep being told that Pendulum is also a band. I'm sure it's a music band of an alternative rock. I don't know who likes the song Pendulum or whether it is an artist called Pendulum, because I know I've got to use Pendulum as well for you. She keeps talking to me about Pendulum, and though I gave that bit, she still kept going on about pendulums. Right, okay. Just hold the Pendulum artist or song for the time being. Right, come, go some more. Right, okay. And somebody liked Roll Dull because I've got the song whiz pop, whiz bang, feel the bubbles go down, because she's talking to me about somebody liking Roald Dahl and BFG. So somebody liked Big Friendly Giant, unless that's a reference to somebody being really, really tall. But she's talking to me about BFG and Roald Dahl. So somebody loved Roald Dahl, whether that was yourself or whether that would be her in spirit. I don't know, but she's just talking to me about bubbles for you as well. Right, okay. Also, no, don't worry about that part about the pendulum song. Don't worry about it. It will make sense. I promise you that will make sense along the way. But I know I've got to give you the Roald Dahl, something like in Roald Dahl, BFG. Pass that over to you. Right, okay. What else? I want to give you lots of rose gold with this lovely. Use all the cards all the time. Okay, thank you. Okay, I want to give you rose gold. Rose gold is a colour, but it's like either is balloon. So I don't know whether that was something that you liked for your birthday, but I keep seeing that lovely. Well, my kids always watch it. Oh, brilliant! Thank you. Just shows she's around you. That makes sense. Tick. So I've got rose gold, and I keep seeing it as a lovely colour, not necessarily jewellery, but I know I've got to give you rose gold. Okay, thank you very much. But roses are also important. She said to me, but roses are important for her and you. So I want to give roses as well. She knows about roses. They're important. Okay, thank you very much. I also want to give tulips as well. So she likes flowers or bouquets of flowers, because she said to me, roses are important, tulips. My favourite, and always let okay. Your friend's very, very good at okay. All right. All right. Okay, she just started. I just went to say your friend's very, very good at communicating, and thank you so much to her for communicating well. And then she went, well, what do you expect? She went, because I'm spooky as well. And in my family, we call me doing all this as the spooky stuff. They know it's obviously mediumship. And she just went, well, what do you expect? She went, I'm good at communicating, because she was into being mediumship and spooky stuff as much as yourself and I. So I've been told what to expect. Okay, I love flowers, always buy them myself. Okie doke. I always buy flowers for myself as well. Okay, thank you very much. Right, she's looking for you though at the moment. Okay, you need to trust your intuition. And she's going to use, they're using my eyes a lot at the moment. I've got orange calcite. She's just drawn me to my family call me spooky as well. Welcome to the world. I'm looking at orange calcite, and I always get my sacral, my chakras mixed up. But my orange one, which is I know is the second one up, she's telling me about you listening to your intuition. You need to listen to your judgment better. Okie dokie. She's also sending you healing at the moment, because she makes me feel either in and around the tummy area, either you've been feeling a little bit poorly, but she is sending you healing. But she's telling me that you need to trust your intuition. And like I said, she drew me to my orange calcite. So unless that crystal has relevance to you. Okay, thank you very much. She says, I still sit beside you having a cup of tea and a natter. Okay, thank you very much. She said to me, and I hear your thoughts constantly. Thank you very much. She said to me, and I hope you do hear my thoughts. Okie dokie, thank you. All right, as long as that makes sense, my lovely. She said, because I am telling a tea and a natter. She said, I'm still having a cup of tea and I'm having a natter. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. She's drawing me to my hair and the back of my hair as well, to the back of my head. So, okay, thank you. I don't know whether she had some trauma. I need to put it, okay, well, she's been giving you some support for there. I'm looking at the back of my head as well. So I don't know whether either she suffered with headaches or somebody's been suffering with headaches, because she just keeps drawing to me the fact about the back of my hair there, and my hair isn't the thickest anymore anyway, but I know I've got to recognize about my hair and being thin. Okay, but she wants to recognize that. And she said, that's going to all get better, is what she's saying. It's all going to get better, is what she's telling me. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. She said to me, tell her not to feel so, I know you said about feeling down, but she's telling me not to feel so down. I went with her to get, okay, that makes sense. Thank you very much. So because you can still talk to me. Oh, thank you. So we just need to find a different way to communicate and have a natter. but we're bloody mindedness, and that wasn't really the word that she used, and I do apologise for even using that word. She went, we'll find a way. She said, because we just need to find a different way to talk, is what she's saying. So she's just telling you that it's okay. We just got to find a different way to talk. Okay. Right. And I've got to give this to you. I'm sure they still do them somewhere, but I've got a necklace, and you know where you have the two hearts, and when you bring the two hearts together, they make, or two pieces of the heart of the necklace, they make a necklace, and they make a full heart. She's to me, because you've got one piece and I've still got one piece. Now, I don't know whether she actually physically means that you both had a piece of the necklace that comes together as best friends forever, kind of thing, or whether it's just to show you that she's still got your connection with you. Okay, thank you very much. I need to give you the name Thomas. She just told me, I said Tom, but that felt like that was coming more from your granddad, but I know I want to come over and give you the name Thomas for you as well. Okay. Her language was foul. Yeah, when I used the bloody word, I didn't feel like that was strong enough. Okay, thank you. I know I've got to give you the name Thomas. Okay, I also need to give you the name William. I think there's more coming from granddad than anything else, but I know I want to give you William. Right, okay. Okay, we had one from, okay, yeah, she's still got the other half, even if it's in the spirit world, she's still got the other half. Okay. Right, and Kelly, it was a sister's heart. Okay, thank you, Melody. She keeps, they're not actually doing it. If it hasn't happened now, Tom's my brother. Okay, this Tom, brilliant. Just turn the tone. She's really, really good at communicating. So Kelly, she will find a way to communicate with you as well, my lovely. But look out, not sure about William. Don't worry, that could be Granddad, somewhere along Granddad's line. Look out for your curtains. If you haven't noticed, move as if there's like a wind behind it, because she's just told me about the curtains moving. Now, it may not be for you. It may be that somebody else might say, do you know what? My curtains kept twitching, or like your nets kept twitching, because she keeps drawing me to my nets in my kit, but they look like they're moving. Obviously not. But if it doesn't make sense now, just hold on to it, because it will fit in place somewhere along the line. Okay, thank you very much. And very quickly for you, she's just telling me about the books. You can't use them to hold papers down. So I don't know if you're looking to do some studying or somebody else is doing some studying. She said to me, because they're not paperweights. The blinds always move. Okay, there. Well, I haven't got, I've got nets and I've got blinds, but I know I just kept seeing my net's moving slightly, so okay, the blinds make sense. But yes, apparently you can't keep using them books as paperweights. So either you are even needing to do some studying and she wants you to pick it up and get on with doing some studying, because I want to open these books and use these books, or somebody else has been that's sort of not getting the books up and using them more as bookmarks. But she said you'll find your way to communicate. And she's finding ways through tapping and banging, and the net's moving, or in your case, the blind's moving. Pendulum, notice you might find the pendulum might be a way to communicate with her. She said, we'll find ways to continue to talk. Okay, anything else? What else is that my crystal you're trying? You're drawing me to another crystal. Ah, right. Flower Adgate as well for you, Kelly. She's just told me to tell you about Flower Adgate. Well, you're going to have to do the course, because she sees these books as, at the moment, they're like paperweights. Okay. So yes, it is about you picking up them books and learning and basically getting on with it and doing it for you. And with the Flower Adgate, I don't know if that's a crystal that you've got. I don't know if it's something that you like. She's just drawing me to my Flower Adgate, and I can, for the life of me, I can't remember exactly what it's for. So I'll ask you to take away Flower Adgate if you haven't got it, and do a little bit of a Google, as they say, to see what Flower Adgate stands for, because for the life of me, I can't remember what it means, but I know it's important on my tower she's telling me to look at. And with that, Kelly, I hope you've enjoyed your message. I hope they make sense. And it looks like you've got to go and do that course by the sounds of it. And I'll just say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. I do truly appreciate it. Thank you. And now I'm going to go and search what Flowergate is. Right. Okay. Oh, it looks we're coming to the end of the evening now. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. I am back. Richard can't get rid of me. Oh, thank you very much, Deborah. Richard can't get rid of me as much as he wishes to, because I now know how to get into contact with him, and I'll just keep annoying him. Right, Richard, so we know whether you beat me or not. How many shares did we get in the end? Please say it's over 230 odd, and we can say I beat Richard. Go on. He's got all excited. Go on then, Richard. Oh, we got 218 shares. Richard still beat me. Oh, right. We're going to have to come back. If you could hear what is going on, he's laughing at me, everybody. He's, no, Richard, you got 235. I can still ask people to continue to share this right at the end and share it after. So maybe when we check it next time, we will look to see what this last live got, because I've got Spirit laughing at me as well. But Richard's laughing at me. But we got 218 shares. And I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that shared. You know, even Deborah said that she shared 5 times. A massive thank you to everybody for sharing. We didn't beat Richard. We are going to beat Richard next time, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? And we're then going to go na Nikki na na. So thank you to everybody for having me. Thank you to the lovely Richard, my digital spirit guide, for having me this evening, for having me on here, for giving me the support. Wait as if it goes. He said it's like somebody else has just put Stephen Law. Stephen Law is funny. He is like a mini Richard when you're not around, Richard. One more reading if it goes to 230 in the next 5 minutes. Well, that is true, Stephen. If Mr. Richard doesn't mind me going, if we can get over 230. 221, right, everyone. Oh, he won't let me beat you all. He won't let me beat him. He's going, no, we're done now. He's right, we're going to have to beat him next time, everybody. And I hope you're all having a giggle as much as I am, because he's laughing his head off in here. I'm going to claim that if I can get over 230 once the live's finished, then I've beaten Richard. But I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has come on here, who has shared, who's given your energy, your love and support to me, to Richard, to SPTV. We all do appreciate, all the producers appreciate it. Remember, you have got the competition that if you put a review down, do a shout out, put a review down on the page, you will be entered into a free tarot card. And remember, if you are a VIP, on the 7th of April there is a tarot learning course. I did one recently, and it is not with SPT, with somebody else, but it is really, really good and allows you to build on it. And I will say thank you to everybody who's come on tonight, liked, loved, shared. Don't forget to find me on my page, because I'm always somewhere along the line on the live as well. And I'll just say a massive thank you to everybody. And Richard, what was our final numbers? 223. We almost got there, but a massive thank you to everybody. Hope you all had a smashing evening, a fantastic weekend ahead. I will catch you on here very shortly. If not, find me on my page. And I'll just say, have a smashing weekend ahead and take care. And let's hope we don't have any more horrible weather. And I say good night to everybody and goodbye.